come here to play. We ain't come here to play. We came here to do something. Alright. Yes. We back. Back with another one. SHOWspeaks. 33. You know what I'm saying? 3 of them. Been a long year, man. 2023 has come to an end. Or what we know as 2023 has come to an end, y'all. You know what I'm saying? This is my first year out the gate, man. So you know what I'm saying? I done went and popped a bottle. You know what I'm saying? I got me a little champagne to, you know, fuck with. It's the end of the year, you know what I'm saying? It's a new one coming up. I pretty much, man, just want to go over, you know, the new year. You know what I'm saying? The recap of 2023. I got a new law that's taking effect 2024 January 1st. So that's just a few days from now. And I'm going to tell you guys about that. I think a lot of people going to be affected. And then we just going to recap, you know, for you hip-hop heads, for you music lovers, for the people that's in tune with, you know, like, you know, the culture. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's the good parts and the bad. But, you know, as far as music-wise, you know, we gonna give out some awards. You know what I'm saying? I got my glass. As you can see, I got my bottle. You know, so we finna have a good time today, man. Shout out to everybody out there, man. This is just something light, nothing expensive or too expensive. I'm a champagne nigga, so like, this what a nigga sip on a light day. You know, I ain't at the club, I ain't doing, you know, it ain't a nigga birthday or nothing. It's you know, it's a new year, and we just gonna, you know, we gonna celebrate, you know, cause we got a lot to celebrate. Especially if you woke up, especially if you breathing, especially if you got good health. You know, especially if you got, you know, money in the bank, car to drive, roof over your head. You know, it's the little things, man. You know, we all missing a lot of things in, you know, our personal lives. Or like, a lot of people may feel like, you know, we ain't all the way there or where we want to be, quote unquote. But we still in the game, still got a dog in the fight. And still maintaining, sustaining, you know what I'm saying, and we still going, so gotta be thankful for that, you know. Toast to that real quick, you know what I'm saying. So with no further ado, y'all, you know what I'm saying, SHOWspeaks, District 1104, 702 Visions, man. And this is the last show of the year. I wanted to do some live, you know, the new year type shit, bring it in. But you know, the first year is personal. You know, like this the first one, first full ride. So we gonna ride it all the way out how we started this bitch, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to my city, man, 423. Alright? So let's get into it, man. First order of business. Now, this right here is really big. Like, for those of you who have a business, small business, whether it's S Corp, C Corp, LLC, this segment or this part of the show is directly for you. It's a lot of things coming down the pipeline, and just like taxes, you know, every year is a new tax law. You know what I'm saying? Every year. Or It's new rules, new changes, adjustments, this, that, and the third. So, there has been one major change, which has pretty much that one big change is making you really configure your whole game plan, and you have to react and adjust to this. Corporate Transparency Act is in full effect. Um, this was introduced before this year. I think they been working on this, or writing it up, getting it ready to be passed, go through Congress, Supreme Court, yada yada. So it's official now, and I haven't seen like any big media outlets. I haven't seen a lot of commercials, or just I haven't seen any eyes on this, like no coverage on this. Now, I don't look at a lot of CNN and all the other shit. I do look at local news. And I do watch, some form of cable television, especially when I'm watching sports. But I just haven't seen any coverage, or just knowledge to get to the people, far as this Corporate Transparency Act that has come upon us. So before I get into it, let me tell you what the Transparency Act is. I'm gonna read a few things. You know what I'm saying? All right. First, what is the Transparency Act of 2024? All right. So the act was passed with the aim of enhancing transparency in corporate ownership, thereby aiding in the combat against financial transactions, efficient financial transactions. The legislation will capture information about the ownership of corporations and other entities through reporting requirements. So that's something brief to like give you these big words to tell you what's really going on. Okay, enhancing transparency in corporate ownership. So enhancing means they're tightening down, they're looking a little bit deeper, they're getting a little bit stronger and firm on their like information and who you are, where you are, where your business is located, address wise, and stuff like that. And transparency is pretty much making it known, making it easier to find out, making it easier to see. When you register your LLC or your S Corp, C Corp, sole proprietor, whatever the case may be, you go to the state. You go to your local state. Some states have better business laws or rules, less in taxes and money, fines and fees and such things. So you can be in the state of Georgia, but you file your business in Wyoming, Nevada, some of those business friendly states that have good let's say perks, and it's just like laws. The gun laws in one state is totally different than another, and that's the same as business. So basically, when they say transparency, they're gonna crack down on stuff like that. They're gonna want to know if you one of those people that's filing in state, or you're registered in another state, but you and your business is in a totally different other state. So that's transparency on that. Alright, we still at the surface level of this shit. Like I ain't even went deep. Alright, so here's another brief description of what the Transparency Act is. On January 1st, 2024, the new Federal Corporate Transparency Act will take effect. The CTA is a new federal initiative to limit money laundering that will require most companies and their beneficial owners to register with the U.S. Department of Treasury's Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, FINES. So, like they say, this is an initiative, an attempt. This is not nothing that's concrete. It's gonna really get the job done. Like they say, it's an initiative. It's an attempt to limit money laundering, as they would say, and that will require a lot of companies and their beneficial owners, because these are some of these words are key words, beneficial owners, to register with the Department of Treasury's Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, FINES. So probably haven't heard of FINES as a business owner up until now. I'm gonna keep it all the way real with you. So who really knows how this is gonna affect people in their small businesses, or just their businesses, period. You can have more than one. So for the people who have more than one LLC, or more than one S corp, or more than one ownership of a business that they're a part of, then all of this has to be registered with the federal government. Like I said, at first, any and all business had to be reported through the state and in the IRS, of course. So now all your EIN numbers, your address, name, the whole nine. Now you have to register this 2 times with the state, and now with the federal government, FINES. Now I know what this says, and I know what I read to you, but my opinion, this is an attempt to, crush the little guys, or pretty much keep that gap where it's at, and not shorten it. The top are at the top because the people at the bottom, the top don't want people at the bottom crawling up. Just to go from making 15,000-20,000 a year, and now you started a business, and now you generated a customer base for your business, whether that's a product or a service, and now you've increased your income because you've added a business, or you just went from working to starting your own business, and now you're making 50 to 80,000 a year. That's a big increase. May not be to the top, but if you're at that bottom and that's where you started, or that's where you've been before, and you get to 50 to 80, you know, from 20 or from 15 to 20 or to 50 to 80, that's an increase. You know, that's something you can see, feel, and notice. So just imagine the people who've gotten smarter over the years, or let's just say specifically the pandemic, and now they got their shit rolling. Now they got their shit popping. Now they getting business credit. Now they, you know, focusing on their credit in the first place, and now they getting loans. Now they able to get this and that. Now they, you know, have marketed themselves, and now they've been rolling for a year or two, and they're growing. See, that's what the people at the top, which would be the people who make the laws and rules, wanna stop momentum for sure. If you ask me, this is an attempt to just make it harder for you. You know, you're smartening up. A lot of people are smartening up. A lot of people are using the tool that they gave us, which is the internet, and increasing their wealth. You have what we call vloggers, bloggers, content creators, or you know, social media influencers. You know, the whole nine. Like the the internet is, it's a tool to you know, get you, if you utilize it, you know, get you in a better position. Now, I know a lot of people with a LLC or own a business, or like, you know, they just doing their thing, you know, taking the steps to go in the right direction far as establishing a brand or a business. You know, it's really, really, it can become stressful. You know, it can become a little bit more harder, you know, to, you know, get what you want accomplished just because you have a fork in the road. Now, I've come across two ladies who feel like I do, like this is, you know, not something you can prove, but it's definitely something that, you know, you can see the writings on the wall if you pay attention. So I ran across these ladies. They know business. They both are business owners. They both generate a business and are, you know, functioning within it. And you can listen to them talk about the Transparency Act, and what I'm pretty much saying, like, this, the money laundering is just the you know, the code word, or you know, just the front words to, you know, act like there is such a problem. You know, if anybody's money laundering, it's you motherfuckers at the top. It's you people creating the laws. It's you people paying for politicians. It's you people pretty much in the loop, or you know, just knows what's going on, and is on C-SPAN. You can see him on C-SPAN in the hearings. You know, they're down at the city halls and stuff like this. You know, senates and mayors and, you know, governors. If it's anybody money laundering, it's you people. But scamming is, and hacking is at a nice peak right now, I would say. So we ain't gonna count that out, but they ain't doing that like that, you know. So listen to these ladies talk, and tell you how I feel, tell you exactly how I feel. All right, here we go.
Question though, Elaine, were those people who had small businesses, were they people like us that were getting this money? Listen, great question, because that is the whole point, right? You want the big guys. That is actually one of the exemptions in the CTA, is if you have less gross receipts, then you are qualified and you are required to report after January.
Pump the brakes. Pump the brakes. Pump the brakes.
So you mean to tell me this CTA, this Transparency Act, was implemented to stop the people who are doing money laundering, which is more than likely the people who are making $5 million or more.
Exactly.
But they are targeting the small business. So it sounds like a contradiction, or it sounds like an excuse to go after small businesses to me.
That's exactly what it is. Call a spade a spade. I mean, from our Etsy shop owners to our Shopify to our Big Cartel to our shop online, your Instagram class, not the majority of those small businesses are not in the $5 million gross receipt range. So what population and what demographic does that impact most? Us, people who look like us. And not only does it impact us, nobody's sharing the information. No one's getting the forms out there. Nobody's getting your links. Nobody's giving your complaint. Nobody's doing that. So.
All right, so you heard those ladies, and they pretty much felt how I feel. When something just out the blue come out like this, when shit been a certain way, it been rocking and rolling, and it's been going, and just out of nowhere, you come up with an act or something as big as this. Now, I told you what the Transparency Act is. Now, of course, whenever you put a law into effect, you gotta enforce it. So, the enforcement on this is you can be fined $500 a day, up to $10,000, and a 2-year prison sentence. Now, if you have an existing LLC or business, that means before January 1st, 2024, you have a whole year to get this information to them people. Alright? If you already got it now, we ain't in 2024 as of yet, you know. Now, if you're watching this and it's already done turned into 2024, cool. Long as you did it before January 1st, 2024, long as you had your business before then, or your LLC, you have until 2025, January 1st, to get them all the information that they are asking for and is required. So, now, if you file a business after January 1st, 2024, you have, I think it said 90 days. 90 days or 30 days. 30 to 90 days to get that in. You know, now it's and when they make it so confusing and so just stupid to me, or a few things in it is stupid to me. Now, if you by yourself filed your business, meaning you didn't go to a third party and have them file your information and make sure your paperwork was right and all of that. Alright, now if you did all of it by yourself, now if you make a mistake while sending FINES your information about your business, everything they asking for, BOIs, addresses, names, beneficiaries, you know, who's this and who's that. If you make any mistake, typo or whatever, you know, and you filed it on your own, then they give you a period to correct those mistakes. Now, if you got a third party to file your LLC, to register your business, you know, you don't get that. you will be fined and penalized off the rip. You know what I'm saying? One of the things that's stupid to me is that. First of all, you penalize me for utilizing a tool that's within my right. You know, if I can pay or if I trust another party to company or organization, whatever, to do or file my legal documents, then that I shouldn't be penalized for that. And if it's just a mistake or a typo of information and we correct it or we can get it corrected, then why the fuck am I being penalized? Like, why are we going to the extreme like that? Why are we just jumping to conclusions like that? You know what I'm saying? I think that's very, very careless, man, or just, I don't know. I just ain't fucking with that. I don't know about y'all. I actually read this shit. But I ain't trying to go deep into it, but I'm just trying to let my people know, like, I got a lot of people I fuck with LLCs and, businesses and shit like that. And, I don't want to see them get fucked up, include myself, So that's just one of the things that's fucked up about it. I myself, let me see. I'm trying to think of all the important shit just off the top without, cause it's pages and pages long. Like, I could read this shit, but no. We gonna go through, important shit, and you gonna go through and read it on your own, or find out where you can take advantage or make sure you don't get taken advantage of. Far as how you run your business. You know what I'm saying? So, I have a guy, have another video, of course, and he's gonna tell you a few things that I just broke down, and he's gonna tell you a little more, few things I picked out that I did want to speak on, and I'm gonna let him talk about it, and I'm gonna come back and tap in.
If you use someone who helps you register your business, you gotta track them down and get them to do all that stuff for you. And if you don't, you are not in compliance with the law. This law has civil and criminal consequences. If you don't comply, or if you make an error and they consider it to be willful non-compliance, they can stick you for a $500 a day retroactive fine. Okay? You can see how that can add up pretty quickly. If they consider it willful non-compliance, they can charge you criminally. It's 2 years in prison per violation. Okay, so this law's got some teeth to it. This, are they? What are they doing? Looking for suspicious activities? Oh yeah, you said they are charged with looking for suspicious, unusual, transactions to flag. Before, they would file a suspicious activity report, send it off to the feds, and then just whatever, right? But now, they have the right, and they are being encouraged to freeze accounts immediately. Freeze accounts first and ask questions later. Send it to SAR, send the SAR report over, and then the federal the investigations will start upgrading their digital and AI capabilities. So everything that you've had, if you've had a good portfolio and you've got it widely diversified and you've got different LLCs in different states and so on and so forth, you've probably done a pretty good job of reducing your taxes and obviously your anonymity. But now that's all in one thing. They're going to know everything, and they're going to send AI analyzing stuff, and they're going to say, well, we think you underpaid your taxes.
Alright, so that was my man right there, giving you a a little insight on some of the important things that I thought was very key. And like I say, man, I know a lot of people that's running a LLC, running a business, you know, operating their brand, generating, whether it's in the store, whether it's online, whether it's at their home. This is something that's gonna affect people like you and me when it's a gap in economics and class. You know, the people at the top really stay that way because us at the bottom, or you know, should I say, people at the bottom, don't come up. You know, they pretty much got a ceiling, and if you was making 15,000 a year and 15 to 20,000 a year, and now you bump up to 50 to 80,000 a year because you started and established your own business. You started and established you a LLC, and you've been working and grinding, and you know, working in the daytime and perfecting your business when you get off, or vice versa, you work at night and you perfect your business in the daytime. If you got anything like that and you've taken an increase in your finances, then that is very, very that's not what they want you to do. I'm gonna just say it like that. That's not what the people at the top expect. You know, especially our culture. Our culture has been, you know, these last 5 years been, you know, awakening. You know, thinking better, thinking smarter. You know, taking the correct actions, no matter how much ratchet shit, ghetto shit, just the perception of the culture as is that you see on the daily, regardless of how bad that is, it's a lot of people in the culture that's doing a lot of good, taking a lot of good steps. So this is just something to interfere with that, my opinion, and to make it more harder. So, you know, the people at the top can be comfortable without, you know, the people at the bottom increasing their wealth, you know, and taking all the necessary steps and doing all the things that they thought we don't do, or just don't put our focus and attention to. You know what I'm saying? So if you got an LLC, you got an S Corp, C Corp, sole proprietor business, please pay attention and make sure you don't get caught in the crowd.
You are now watching 702 Visions.
Shout out to y'all boys, man.
I ain't hard to find. Get at me. 702 Vision. District 1104.